Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, well, have you ever watched the film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button? Well, this video is The Curious Case of Madonna Button, the ever-changing, going the other way version of Madonna's face. So I'm going to talk about plastic surgery and who do we think is to blame? Do we think the people that have the plastic surgery is to blame? That a cosmetic surgery is to blame? Or should physicians make a stand and say enough's enough and say no? You decide. So grab your tea, your Baileys, your Diet Coke, for those of you who drink your Diet Pepsi, whatever your coffee drink of choice. Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's grab a drink. Let's dive right in. So, Bubble family, Bubble community. So in today's video, I'm going to take a break from Harry and Meghan and I'm going to talk about Madonna. Well, in a varied term, let's just say people that have extensive plastic surgery. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have seen recently that Madonna has decided to reverse her age with the amount of plastic surgery that she has, or should we say cosmetic surgery, that she has decided to have done. And I know there are a lot of filters on these pictures that she puts out, like a lot of people, we use, filters, I've used them. I'm not using them today, but, but in previous Instagram photos, when I used to do selfies when I was a bit younger, of course I used to, do filters. We've all done that. But has it gone too far? What do you guys think? Personally, I think it has. Now, I'm all for freedom of choice. This is not against anyone's decision to, like I've spoken about before, have Botox or fillers or, and even having makeup, to a degree, for us, whoever, wearing something that is not your natural face, in a sense, like even me coming on here with some makeup on. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enhancing and feeling comfortable and wanting to do things in your own choice. But as we've seen with a lot of celebrities and a lot of people, the cosmetic surgery seems to have gone beyond what I would feel is healthy. And when we look at people like Madonna, we have other celebrities like Mickey Rourke, we have other celebrities like Courtney Cox, who are beautiful people, and there's so many of them out there. But they have had cosmetic surgery and it has created them to completely change their look. A couple of people, Renee Zellweger, she looks completely different to when you look at her and Bridget Jones. And I will be putting some pictures up here so you can see the before and after. So when you look at Bridget Jones or Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing, she disliked her nose that much that she actually changed her nose and it actually changed her entire face. So when does it become okay? When does it become, like, for example, maybe in Jennifer Grey's case, it was really affecting her confidence. Perhaps it was really, really bothering her. So she had this cosmetic surgery done and perhaps it helped, like I say, give her confidence. And why do we spend so much money on makeup, Botox, all of those things? I mean, I love makeup. And I would openly say that I spend quite a bit when I can, because I love playing around with it. I think makeup is art. I love different eyeshadows and playing around with different looks. And I don't necessarily always go for expensive brands. I go for, I can go from one of the most expensive brands to, I don't know what, Maybelline or Number 7 or Rimmel. I don't particularly go with the company as such. I go with what I like. So if I see something and I really like it, if I haven't got enough, I'll save up and I will get it. Or I will just go for a cheaper brand. It's whatever I particularly like. You know, I don't always think that expensive brands are better. I actually think that sometimes some cheaper brands are really, really good quality. But that's makeup, you know. So when do we go from enhancing ourselves with makeup to the extreme, I say, cosmetic surgery? You know, I do wonder, you know, I mean, especially in my line of work, I certainly have a lot of people that will say to me, I cannot afford therapy. And what I would say to people, but do you get your hair done? Do you get your nails done? Do you get your eyelashes done? Do you, you know, some people get tattoos done. Some people, you know, go shopping for clothes. You know, do you find the money for those? And most of the time the answer is yes. But it's interesting to me how they will find the answer for those and they will find the money for those. But when it comes to actually therapy or working on yourself from the inside out, they don't have the money. I'm kind of curious as to why. You know, why do we spend so much money on cosmetic surface things rather than looking on the inside? Now, like I say, don't get me wrong, when I was younger, before I trained to be a therapist, I was very much in that bracket. You know, I was always getting my nails done, always getting my hair done. And I think even when I started this channel, I had hair extensions. I had my nails done. I think I even had eyelashes put on at some points. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. But, you know, so the thing is if I answer why I do it, it's because it creates me to feel a bit more confident on camera. And that was one of the reasons why I did it. I got very nervous about coming on camera, talking to people on a YouTube channel. So I think I wanted to create myself to look better. Over the months and months of finding my feet and getting more confident, I realised actually that's not necessary. And, you know, how can I say to you guys, you know, be comfortable in your skin and step out of yourself and be brave and amazing, the amazing person that you are, but yet I don't feel confident in myself. You know, we all have aspects of that. You know, like I say, this was new for me and it was a change, and I guess I didn't know how I was going to be received. So it was kind of like a coat of armor, if you like, you know, do my makeup, make sure my hair is nice. And I felt better for doing that, you know, but then as I got more comfortable and more confident, I realized actually I guess I didn't need that. And it wasn't even a conscious thing. It was more of it just gradually, slowly started to happen. Whereas, you know, I'll come on camera now, my hair scraped back, no, hardly any makeup on, glasses on, you know, and it's not that I don't care. It's just that I feel so comfortable now in kind of doing this with you guys that I guess that judgment that I felt I might get, I'm okay if I do get it now, because it's kind of like it's all right, you know, we're always going to get that. But when you look at celebrities, they've gone to the extreme, and you know, and we have to say, is this to do with the industry? Is the industry so bad for men and women alike? You know, is the industry so bad that these celebrities feel so pressured? Because let's face it, their looks are their money. Especially, I guess, if you are like Madonna, perhaps in the music industry, and she's trying to compete with younger generation. You know, whether you believe Madonna is talented or not, I grew up with Madonna. I loved Madonna. I don't necessarily like the music that she does now, but I certainly did like the music that she did back then. But I cannot deny that she's ever changing. She's ever trying to keep up with a trend. And even if you're talking about her in a negative light, you're still talking about her, which we know with celebrities is any attention is attention, good or bad, it's attention. It gets her in the media, it gets people interested, even if they are slamming her in the comments. And I have seen some horrendous comments, which I do not stand by. You know, you do not have to like any celebrity, but I don't feel it's right to really belittle them and be really nasty. I don't feel that's necessary to anyone, to be honest. You know, we've talked about even Meghan, you know, I'm going to bring Meghan in there, you know, but the fact that, you know, she's gone from being the way she looked when she very first started out to how she is now, where she's kind of morphed herself into being what she needed to be. You know, she needed to be more Caucasian because she was getting more roles from being that way. And let's face it, I watched Suits and I never ever thought that she was biracial. In fact, if anything, it's almost like I felt she looked Latino or something along, you know, Mediterranean even. You know, it just never occurred to me. And then here she is, where she's kind of gone into the royal family, and then she's kind of metamorphosized again to bring out her more biracial side, you know, parading her mother around, denouncing her father who's Caucasian. So a lot of celebrities, they all do it, you know, but then, like I say, you've got the extreme where you've now got these cases like Madonna, who's defying age. You know, she's got the money to go to a cosmetic surgeon and basically say, I want to look 20, 30 years younger, make it happen. So then, is it down to the responsibility of the surgeon? Should the surgeon say, no, you know, you're damaging yourself, this is not right, you know? Or is it the responsibility of the person, or is it both, you know, that want to do this? You know, for me personally, I want to grow old. You know, I think it's a privilege. You know, there are so many people out there that do not get to be the age they are. Now, okay, if I'm going to be very honest, you know, as I know a lot of you know, I'm going through the menopause at the minute, which is not fun. And I'm 49 this year. Now, I know a lot of you have said that I do not look my age. But that is because I've looked after my skin. You know, it's got, I mean, probably good genetics. My mum doesn't look her age. But I have looked after my skin. You know, I drink a lot of water. I do not smoke. I really do not drink. I mean, I might have the odd one every now and again, but I don't. You know, I always try when I can to take my makeup off. I always research the products that I use and try and use as vegan products that are not chemical. I'm not vegan, but I use vegan products because I think they are, you know, plant-based products. The less chemicals, the better. So I do quite a bit of research when it comes to my skin, but as much as that, I'm also working on myself. So I think, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand. And it's interesting to me how some celebrities or some people will work on themselves externally because that is the face they put to the world. But actually inside, you know, the thing that causes them to have extensive cosmetic surgery, you know, wear so much makeup that they actually again look like a different person. And again, you know, how many times have we seen on Instagram or TikTok where they'll do these videos where they have zero makeup on and they look, you know, the way they look, beautiful, handsome, you know, whatever it is. And then they will put their head down and then they'll come up and they will look completely different, like a completely different person. You know, now, you know, I see some of the comments and some of the comments are like, you know, this is trade description. You know, if you're, you know, if you were going to go on Tinder and see this person and then, you know, wake up with them the next day or whatever, if you've gone on a date with them and they're completely different, you know, but again, it comes down to, is this okay for them to have that freedom to choose? You know, is it their right to have all these enhancements, you know, like the bottom lifts that people have? Now, I am blessed with a large bottom and it's natural, you know, but some people have bum implants, you know, boob jobs, you know, you know, is there a point when it needs to stop? Is there a point when a surgeon should say, you know what, this is kind of body dysmorphia, this is getting too extensive now, and I think perhaps you need to talk to somebody? Or is it not their responsibility? You know, maybe they should just keep taking the money, because let's face it, ultimately that's what a lot of it's about. You know, you've either got the money to spend on this stuff, and then you've got the surgeon who's willing to take the money. Me personally, I think it's a very grey area. I think it's freedom of choice. People can choose to live how they choose to live. But I do find it very sad that people are willing to, you know, professionals are willing to take the money from these people without actually looking at that there might be a deeper issue. You know, maybe it's something that perhaps it can go before really extensive surgery. Maybe therapy could be offered beforehand, like you take a course of therapy before you have this done to create it, maybe to understand why you want it done. I don't know, but I do feel it's very sad when people out there will spend so much money on having these enhancements done, and to be honest, a lot of the time, sometimes it does look okay, but then it becomes obsessive. You know, we look at Katie Price, another one, beautiful young woman when she first started out in modeling, and over the years, I guess, competing with a younger audience, her insecurities, she has had more plastic surgery, more enhancements, and then she regrets them and changes them, and she's like I heard that she had a bottom implant, a lift, and then she hates it, so she's having it removed. All this money that's thrown around and wasted, you know, for somebody that's also meant to be bankrupt as well, when there are clearly so many issues there. I mean, this is a woman that's literally been in and out of rehab. You know, she had that horrendous car accident where she was drunk behind the wheel, and I think she was even intoxicated. So there are serious issues here, and rather than look at those issues, she goes and has another surgery. She goes and has another procedure done, you know, which to me is you know, distraction, deflection from the core issues. And I do wonder if a lot of these put my teeth back in. I do wonder if a lot of these celebrities are doing exactly the same thing. You know, they are having so much work done, and they're going to a surgeon that just keeps appeasing them and saying, yeah, whatever you want, I'll do, without actually saying to them, come on, you know, this is not good. You know, this is not good. You know, you need to look at that. And I think a lot of that is because there's always going to be someone that says yes. So the surgeon probably in their mind thinks, well, if I say no and I don't get the money for that, they're just going to go to somebody else and find the money for it somewhere else. And some other surgeon's going to benefit from it. But then it comes down to your moral code. You know, we've talked about things on the channel about, you know, having that moral code. You know, what do you stand with? Is, you know, when has it become so much that money really is the root of all evil? You know, money is so important to people that they would literally sell their soul to get money. You know, these surgeons that are doing that, you know, would they do that? You know, would they literally take money because it's a celebrity and because it's money, rather than say, this is becoming dangerous. You know, this is, you know, this is too much now. And do you know what? Even if you do go to somebody else, I can't do this anymore. So you know, I suppose I want to ask you out there, you know, I'm sure that some of you watching this, you know, you've had some Botox done, you've had some fillers, you get your hair done, you get your nails done. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to ask you to look at those decisions, you know, and answer yourself why. You know, even if it's just a kind of, well, I do it because it makes me feel good. You know, it's like today I've waved my hair a little bit because it makes me feel good. You know, I've put mascara on, you know, and I've put a bit of eyeliner on because it makes me feel good. And that's okay. And if those answers are because, you know what, I feel a bit happier when I put my face on, you know, when I do my hair, it makes me feel more feminine or masculine or, you know, attractive even, you know, these are all okay. But if you're somebody out there that's watching these videos and you're getting Botox all the time, and, you know, and you're doing it because you think that you are not good enough without it, or you're terrified of getting older and those wrinkles, I would say look at that. You know, just look at yourself and look at how amazing you are and how lucky and blessed you are to have those wrinkles. They're war wounds, they are lifelines, they are, you know, they are little edgings of your life. You know, if you look at the rings of a tree trunk, you know, that's life. You know, that's how many years that tree's been around. And it's the same for you guys. You know, it's, you know, you've been around on this planet and, you know, you've lived a life, and that shows on your face. You know, I think I spoke about before about, you know, my kitchen table is a wooden table, and I love looking at that table and seeing all the marks and the scratches and the dents. And I just think, you know, how many families has this table catered for? You know, how many years has this table been around where, you know, as this table, you know, the things that it's seen, you know, if furniture could talk, right, you know, what they would say. Well, we're the same, you know. Now, like I say, I'm not saying don't wear makeup, I'm not saying any of those things, but I think it's always about why, you know, look at those. And it's a shame, because I don't think for one second any celebrity is going to watch my channel, but you know, I wish celebrities would just look at how amazing they are and see that, and not have these extreme enhancements that they think creates them to look more attractive or younger or whatever it is. But maybe the industry is at fault. You know, maybe the industry is part of the problem. So when does that change? You know, maybe the industry is so, you know, wanting sexier, and, you know, especially, you know, well, I say just for women, it's not just women, it's men too. You know, you have to look a certain way, and if you don't look a certain way, then you don't get those parts, or you don't get that single, or you don't, you know, get those contracts, you know. And, you know, it's a shame that it's based on that rather than talent. Like I say, I mean, whether you like Madonna's music now or not, I'm not a fan, but she was, in my mind, very talented. Or is she just a very astute businesswoman? Are these people just very astute, keeping up with the times and doing the best they can in probably a very narcissistic industry? I don't know, but I do feel it's a shame that they've gone so far. Like I say, the curious case of Madonna Button. You know, is she going to keep going till she looks about 5 or 6? Who knows? But at some point, you know, I think, you know, it's you know, is she going to keep going? I mean, what is she now, 60 odd? Is she going to keep going till she's 100 and still trying to look like she's 20? Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, so today's thought, you know, think about it, guys. You know, are you somebody out there that knows somebody that just constantly gets cosmetic work done, is never happy? And if that's the case, maybe chat with them and ask them why. And, you know, maybe it's something, instead of investing their money into that, maybe they could invest their money into speaking to somebody and working on themselves. Who knows? So that's today's video. I am hopefully going to do a live on Friday night. I've got to work out the time. It'd probably be about 8 o'clock, I think, because I do recognise that I did one on Sunday and it was afternoon, and not everybody can get to see me on a live. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I know I do. I love interacting with you. In fact, I think if I could get away with just doing the lives all the time, I actually think I would. I think it's where I feel more comfortable in doing lives, because the videos feel a little bit contrived, you know, because it's kind of like I'm sitting here just talking to a camera. And as much as I love reading the comments afterwards, it just doesn't feel as natural. So if you like my lives, then I will do more, and I will try. I'm going to put a poll up to find the best time frame, and I'm really going to try to fit everybody in. So I'll do some mornings, some afternoons, some evenings. Give me some subjects you'd like to talk about on the lives. In the last one, we talked about the royal family and Harry and Meghan and Prince Andrew. But if you'd like to talk about other celebrities, other issues, if you would like every now and again just a specific therapy related one, I can do all of that. So if that's what you would like, I am here to serve, and I will do that. So in the meantime, stay amazing, my bubble family. Oh, and I'm also going to be sorting out a PO box, because this lovely lady sent me these beautiful bumblebee earrings. She saw my little post that I put up, and yeah, she sent me these beautiful little glass. I will take a picture of them so you can see them properly, but they're little glass bumblebee earrings, and they are so beautiful. And over the sort of time I've been doing this, I do get the odd person that messages me and says, can I send you something? And I do give out my address, but obviously it's happening more and more. And I suppose I kind of feel that maybe to be safe, well, that I don't mean that in a sense, because I'm sure that all of you are lovely, but it probably would be better for me to have a PO box, which means then you guys send stuff to the PO box and it then gets directed to me, rather than me giving my home address out. So probably where I'm a bit too trusting, but so far everyone has been amazing and very wonderful. So I am going to be also sorting that out, because a few of you have said, can I send you stuff for Arthur and Pip and Tassie? And, you know, and so of course I would absolutely love that. I mean, it's entirely up to you. Again, it's not obligatory, but for anyone that wants to send me something that they've made or created, and I will advertise it on the channel. You know, if you've got a little business that you've got going on and you want to send me something, and I can help promote that on here, I am more than happy. If you're an artist and you paint or draw and you would like a little help kind of getting your Facebook page up and running, and I'm not saying that I've got a huge following, but you know, I will do my very best to help and support you. For anyone who wants to email me, as always, please do. Please always understand that I have a backlog and I do try to get to you all. If it's been a while, please just give me a little reminder. Even if it's in the comments, because I read all your comments. So yeah, so I hope you like this video. My next one I'm going to do probably next week, is going to be on the non-feminist that Meghan is, because let's face it, she is not. And so I'm going through some video footage I can find of her in different ways in her body language to show that she really is not a feminist. So if anyone knows of any videos, if you have anything you can send me, please, again, send me those at my email that will be in the description box below. Thank you for everyone that has bought me a cup of tea. You are amazing, and please know that you are supporting what I do here in offering free therapy to people that are financially struggling. As of this moment, I have got 4 people. I have just taken on another young lady who has got autism, and I am working with her for free. So just know that it's working. It is working, and I am so grateful to you all for supporting that. So as always, stay amazing, stay wonderful. I love you all, and I will see you at the live on Friday. Mwah. Bye, Bubble family.